Listen, anybody out there possibly can explain to me the thought process behind Bill Belichick and Tom Brady's play call there at the end of the Seattle game last night? Listen, if you had the Patriots, even if you bought the half point and the game went into overtime, you weren't going to win anyway. Seattle was definitely going to get the cover. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. But I just don't get the play call at all. Because after Seattle gets called for 12 men on the field and the ball once again gets moved closer half the distance of the goal line, it's basically at the 1.5 yard line where it was down earlier when Brady on the aborted quarterback sneak fumbles the ball, and it had pushed it back about 3.5 yards. So they get that distance back. Instead of going to Blount, which I thought they were going to go with him leaping over once more, or instead going with Brady again with the quarterback sneak, I thought those were both possibilities, especially when Gronkowski lined up in the I formation as the front guy initially, as basically in front of Blount in the initial formation. But then the minute they went and they put him in motion and split him out solo on the left side, you knew as well as I do they were going to go to that fade pattern over in the corner, which, listen, it is a play that Brady and Gronkowski have executed with perfection so many times. But listen, you're isolating Gronkowski solo over there in that corner. And yes, just because the play has worked so many times, it is not exactly the high percentage goal line play that you're looking for, right? 1.5 yard line, Brady sneak, Blount, head over heels, going up over the middle, diving, extending over. I would have gone with any of those plays. The fade to Gronkowski, that certainly would have been my third option. I don't get it. Anyway, hey, Seattle wins, and you saw a different Seattle team out there last night. The Dogs certainly had their day on Sunday. Now, tonight we don't have to worry about that because, listen, we got a basically pick-em game between Cincinnati, an underachieving Bengals team, and a Giants team that's won 3 in a row and covered 3 straight, beating the Rams, the Ravens, and the Eagles. Well, at least they beat one good team there, at least along the way, and that being Philadelphia. And that was only because Carson Wentz gift-wrapped their first 14 points with 2 interceptions that led to 2 touchdowns on the Eagles' first 2 possessions last Sunday at MetLife Stadium. I'm going to break down that game and give you a free pick on it in just a moment. Let me just start by saying congratulations to Anthony Red, because, yes, I heard from A-Red the minute the game with the Dolphins and the Chargers were over yesterday, because, yes, I had a 15-dime best bet on the San Diego Chargers, and if you listen very closely. Yes, did you hear it? You heard it. Philip Rivers just threw another interception. The minute the game was over, I immediately got a text telling me what I could do with that pick. And that's the PG version I'm going to give you here on the video report, because Anthony Red yesterday had his first 150-dime play on the season on the Miami Dolphins, who, of course, won that game outright. A-Red's on quite a roll. He's going for football winner number 16 out of 24, and 5 out of 6 tonight is one and only 100-dime Monday night game of the year. So since he beat me again yesterday, I made that the half price play of the day. You get it for half price by using coupon code MONDAY, M-O-N-D-A-Y. It is bigger than his 90-dime winner with West Virginia. He has been living on the edge, has he not? With the Mountaineers holding on for the cover at Texas on Saturday. Did you happen to catch the end of that particular game, Texas and West Virginia on Saturday? I'll get to the free pick here in a minute. But in that game, I can't remember who the announcers were for the telecast. But in that game, the final play, the freshman quarterback, Shane Buechele, I think is how you pronounce his name, or Boucher. Shane Boucher, I think it is, dropped back. It was basically a Hail Mary pass, and it fell incomplete in the end zone, okay? But there was some controversy at the end of the game because the officials were reviewing the last play. So the color man got the telestrator out, and he started pointing out, trying to figure out, did West Virginia have too many players on the field? So he's counting them all out, and he hit one player twice, which immediately showed 12 players on the field for West Virginia. Well, immediately you heard this roar go up at, Darrell Royal Stadium in Austin, because I'm assuming, and the announcers assume, that what you were seeing on TV was also going up on the video display board at the stadium. Well, he immediately realized his mistake and said it on air that he hit the button twice, and in reality it was only 11 players. And of course, the officials, after reviewing it, also confirmed that there was just 11 players as well. Oh my God, was he probably the least popular guy in the state of Texas, and especially in the city of Austin? on Saturday afternoon. But anyway, A-Red cashed in with that play with West Virginia as well. Another good game by the Mountaineers, which sets up this weekend's big battle with Oklahoma. That should be a good one, with the Sooners winning 7 in a row. Anyway, he's going for the play tonight, one and only $100 Monday night game of the year. You get it for half price by using coupon code Monday. I will tell you, Eric Schrader, who's going for winning day number 7 and 9, has his first 80-dime play of the season, his biggest play tonight. He is on the opposite side. He's coming off a 75-dime play on Tampa Bay over the Chicago Bears yesterday. All the other highlighted plays are over on the homepage. By the way, quick props going out to Steve Buden's Cali Cartel. 450-dime football plays in 4 days. They hit them all. You got them for all half price off. They hit yesterday with the Redskins after hitting with the Ravens on Thursday. And, of course, in college football, they cashed in with Florida State on Friday night and also hit with New Mexico on Saturday. He's turning to college basketball with his Brooklyn College boys tonight, one of the featured discounted plays on Villanova and Purdue. Tell you what, let me give you the college basketball selection tonight, because I think that even has a better chance to win than the free play in the NFL. I'm going to go with a team that made me a lot of money at the outset of last season, and that is Texas Arlington, the Mavericks, who are the preseason favorite to win the Sun Belt Conference, a 2-point underdog at Minnesota. Richard Pitino's team coming off an 8-win season a year ago. Listen, Texas Arlington last year got out of the gates 13-3. They won in Columbus against Ohio State. They upset Memphis. They lost in overtime at Texas. This was a team that was on a roll. And then their best player, forward Kevin Hervey, their leading scorer and their leading rebounder, suffered a torn ACL. And from that point forward, hey, they finished 24-11. You can do the math, guys. They were 13-3 when he got hurt. They finished 24-11. He is back. The entire starting lineup is back from last year. And Hervey proved that he was healthy when they opened up with an 89-82 home win against Texas Southern on Saturday night with 16 points and 11 rebounds. Jalen Jones, 23 points, 4 of those guys in double-figure scoring. So now they're at Minnesota tonight. You know, last year they would have snuck up on the Golden Gophers and they probably would have been getting 68 points. Tonight they're only a 2-point underdog. But it wouldn't surprise me to see them win this game outright. Again, I like Texas Arlington plus the points in this one against a Minnesota team that played a lot of freshmen and sophomores last year as Pitino's trying to rebuild his squad. Went only 8-23 a year ago. So that is college basketball play. Now, let's talk about the football game here tonight. You know, Cincinnati is 3-17 straight up and 5-15 against the spread on the Monday night road. This is a team that hasn't beat a team with a winning record, well, pretty much in forever. I mean, hell, their last win was against the 0-10 Cleveland Browns at home last month. Last time we saw the Bengals, they were playing to a tie, 27-27 against the Redskins in London. Previous road games, they got hammered at New England. They got totally outplayed at Dallas. Meanwhile, you have a Giants team that is simply one-dimensional. They cannot run the ball. How many times have we seen that come into play this year with other teams? Minnesota can't run the ball, struggles to win. Giants can't run the ball. But what the Giants have been able to do here lately is they've been able to get the Eli Manning show back on track with Odell Beckham Jr. Manning, 7 touchdown passes in his last 2 home games. Beckham Jr., I guess he's having fun playing football again. And if I have to watch one more of those Pepsi commercials, I think that's it, right? The Pepsi commercials with him in them. Oh, my God. What a joke. Anyway, 22 catches for nearly 400 yards and 5 touchdowns in his last 4 games because football is fun for Odell once again. This Cincinnati team just doesn't have any defense. You know, this is a team that last year started 8-0. And since then, they're 7-8-1. They're 0-8-1 in their last 9 games against teams with winning records. Now, granted, I joked at the initial part of this video report that the Giants haven't beaten anybody really. I mean, beating the Ravens, who I think are a fraud, beating the Rams, who are a fraud, and beating the Eagles, who gift-wrapped the win. Hey, nothing exactly to crow about, but 3 wins in a row are 3 wins in a row. Hell, as a gambler, I'd take 2 wins in a row right now after the way the past week has been. So I like the Giants here tonight. Not enough to put my money on them, but I like the Giants here tonight in a virtual pick'em situation. The total sitting at 47.5. Wouldn't be surprised if this one goes over the posted price, but I think the Giants are still the stronger of the 2 plays because I look at this Giants defense. They have played well. They're one of those bend but don't break defenses. So again, You got a Bengals team who last time they won on the road, I think, was 1990 in Monday Night Football. I think we're all wearing linen jackets and ties that were all like, a little wider and probably all pastel in color. Weren't we in the Miami Vice era back then, I think? Wearing Ralph Lauren polo shirts, I believe. God, I vaguely remember 1990. I don't know if it was a good year or not. Can't remember. But anyway, that'll do it. I think I had rose-colored glasses back then. But hey, that'll do it. Good luck, everybody, and talk to you again tomorrow when we do this one more time. And again, remember, it's the Giants and Texas Arlington for your 2 free selections.